Alrighty, so from a request from students, they've been asking for a video on multiplication. This is your multiplication review, and if you'd like, you can even write down here area model. And as an example today, we are going to do the number 64 times 37, okay? And I would like you to draw, well, notice here first that we have 2 digits in 64 and 2 digits in 37. So when you draw your area model here, I'm going to make sure it can fit nicely in the screen there. When you draw your area model, you know there are 2 digits, so you're going to have 2 boxes for the 2 digits, and there are another 2 digits, so you're going to have another 2 boxes going this way. And we're going to put the plus sign here. And I'd like you to note that, as if we were in class, I would ask you for 64, well, what are the tens here? And I'd hope you'd say 60. And then I'll ask you, well, what are the ones in 64? And again, I'd hope you'd notice 4. And then for 37, I'd say again, what are the tens? And that here is 30. And what are the ones in 37? That is 7. So the next step is setting up your multiplication equations so that you can get your partial products. And there's going to be a lot of color pencil changing up in here, but I want to make it very clear. So we see it's 30 times 60. And because it's an equation, you've got to write in the equal sign. And then 30 times 4. And again, equals. And then here we have 7 times 60. And finally we have, whoop, almost did the wrong color, 7 times 4. And of course our equals. And I'm going to check my work because that's what I do. And I notice it's 30 times 60, that's correct. 30 times 4, 7 times 60, and 7 times 4. So when I try to figure out my partial products, my answers here, I look first at these digits. And I see that what we're really doing here is 3 times 6. So I'm going to sing the 3 song to the 6th finger. Here I go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And so it's 18. And I see there are 2 zeros, so I'm going to add those in. And now I have my 3 times 4. So I'm going to go 3, 6, 9, 12. So that was the 3 song to the 4th finger. 3, 6, 9, 12. And I see there is a 0, so I add that in. Now I'm going to sing the 7 song to the 6th finger. So I like that happy birthday song, so here we go. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. And we stop. And how many zeros? 1. And just to change the pace a little for this last one, let's sing the 4 song now to the 7th finger. So here we go. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. And we write that in. And we don't add any zeros right now because there are none. So I'm going to slide over here to this side of my paper so that I can write in here my partial products to add them up. And so I start with my largest number, 1800. And because I don't want to make any mistakes here, when I add things up, I go back to the beginning of 4th grade where we add things in columns. Okay? And I put my little plus sign in there. And so just because I don't want to make any mistakes, I put my 1800, my 1800, and I'm going to cross it off. I have 3 more partial products to put in. So I look for my next largest number, which is 420. And I'm very careful. I look for the 800 when I put my 400 there. My 20 goes into the tens place, the 2 and the 0. And I cross it off since I wrote it in. And then I look at my 120. And again, my 100, my 20, 0 ones. And now my 28, the 20 goes into the tens, 8 into the ones. Cross it off. And now we add them up. So 8 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 8. And 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. And 8 plus 4 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. And I'm very careful. I put the 3 from the 13 into the ones. And I carry the 10. And 1 plus 1 is 2. And I know that my comma goes 1, 2, 3 spaces over. And so my product is 2,368. And I'm going to write that up here because I am a good student. 64 times 37, again, is 2,368. And I circle my product. And that is how you multiply using the area model. Alrighty, over and out.